you just got yourself the DJI Mini 2 and you want to get cinematic looking footage. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips that have helped me get cinematic looking footage from the Mini 2. Hey everyone, this is Farhan aka Drone Fate, and welcome to yet another video. I hope you all are keeping safe and I hope you all are doing well. My first step for getting cinematic footage from the DJI Mini 2 is to film in 24 or 25 frames per second. Why this frame rate? Because most of the movies and TV shows are filmed in 24 or 25 frames per second. 24 frames per second in North America, 25 frames per second in Europe. Filming in 4K at 24 frames per second helps you get that cinematic, natural looking footage, which just makes it look cinematic. Filming in high rates are for different purposes. For example, if you're recording cars and you want to slow them down later in post, you would film in 60 frames per second so you can slow them down better in post. Slowing down 24 frames per second will make it look very glitchy and just not nice. So film in 24 or 25 frames per second to get cinematic looking footage. My second tip for getting cinematic looking footage is to use ND filters. ND filters are like sunglasses. They help you see better when it's really bright out. So ideally when filming in 24 or 25 frames per second, you want to bring down your shutter speed to 1/50th of a second so that you're exposed properly. What this does is make your footage look more smooth and also includes motion blur. Now if you guys want to learn about this more in detail, I'm going to link videos about ND filters down in the description below, so if you want more information, check those out. But my third tip for getting cinematic footage with your DJI Mini 2 is to use slow, gradual movements while filming with the drone. So learn to control your drone where you have complete control, where your movements are very smooth and slow. Most of my shots are filmed on the Cine-Smooth mode because the movements of the DJI Mini 2 are much more slower, and that helps me focus more and get better looking shots instead of having to control the drone when it's moving really fast. I usually film in Cine-Smooth or normal mode. I barely use sport mode. Getting slow, gradual, circular movements around an object, around a subject will help you get those cinematic scenes, and that is very important. So learn to control your drone smoothly. Put the drone on Cine-Smooth mode and fly slow. Now just because you have a drone doesn't mean you should always fly high. Fly your drone close to the ground and see how amazing those look. Try different heights, but don't always just go high. I generally fly max of about 200 feet, not more, because I want to get more depth in my videos. So that's just another tip. Try it out. My fourth tip is to use subjects in your video. Using subjects in your video make it look even more interesting and cinematic, and I learned this from Peter McKinnon's video of Mari Habuja, where he always adds a subject in his video to just add more depth and just make it look even more interesting. Adding a car in your video or another point of interest while filming just makes it look more cinematic. And to help you to put your object or your subject in the center of the frames, use grid lines. And if you find that it is a little bit off when filming because of wind or any other reason, you can always crop in post and keep it in the center of the frame. Gives you a more professional touch. My fifth and last tip is to use the Quickshots. Now, we all know that the DJI Mini 2 does not have tracking features, but when you're using intelligent flight modes such as the Droney or the Helix, they are tracking you for that brief moment. But usually what people do is just stand in one place and do the Droney or do the Helix. But you can try something more better. How about you put the drone in front of you, start the Droney, and as soon as you see the drone move away, walk toward it and see how that turns out. Or put it behind you, start the Droney, and walk away from it and see how that looks. It's like a perfect shot for a climax to your cinematic sequence. It looks amazing. And I've also tried putting it a little bit to my side in front of me and I walk forward, and I've tried to put it at the side behind me, and I walk forward, and it looks amazing. Another thing with the helix, don't just stand in one place and let it revolve around you. Start the helix, and when you see that it's moving, start walking in another direction to give more depth, more view. It looks amazing. So don't be shy to get creative when using the Quickshots. They're meant for more than just you standing in one place. Use them and see how amazing it turns out. You can even keep your controller aside and just walk away. It looks like someone's manually controlling the drone. I learned a lot from these creative filmmakers on YouTube like Peter McKinnon and Matty Buja that you don't need the most expensive gear to get amazing looking footage. You just need to make the best with what you have. So that's it guys for this video. I hope these tips really help you out because they really helped me. And I'd like to know which of these tips appeals to you the most. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you think I've missed anything out, also let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you guys are interested in checking any of my cinematic footages, I'll make sure to link those playlists down in the description below so you can get more ideas for your next shots. If you enjoyed this video and if you gain any knowledge from it, do hit the like button, and if you'd like more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified the next time I upload my next video. I'd like to also take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for supporting me throughout my journey. I wish you all the best, and I'd like to also add again to stay home and stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.